Good morning, Carol. How are you today? Everyone has disappeared. Yeah. Well, let's see. The last thing we did last Wednesday was the music with the orb. I thought everyone would like that and they wanted to stay on. Today is March 24th. So we'll just give a few minutes, see if anyone else comes. Good morning, Paul. How are you today? It's a bright, shiny up to 78 degrees here today in Florida. It was colder in the evening during the night, but now it's coming forward. Are you talking, are you have ET at AI? Is that where you're at? I have nothing to know about AI. But I am really here. Then, I'm going to suggest you start using with the violet flame. Good morning, Marianne. How are you doing? The violet flame, if you call it in 10 feet below you, 50 feet around you, 18 feet above you, is really just going to blaze through whatever there is coming up and out, from inside and out. So why don't you call that in here for a moment, and we'll see if that's going to make you feel better. The thing is, you must be willing to let it go. Okay. Oh, it's Latin for everyone. Adapa. Good. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Marianne. There's Barbara Ward. Monday. I think Monday always has, from back when we were in school. Oh, it's Monday. I don't know what we thought was going to happen on Monday that's different than any other day, other than we had 2 weeks at home, 2 days at home, I'm sorry. But yes, we've had a couple days off, but today hopefully will be just as exciting. So let's allow the energy for our community to be filled with the white light, the tube of light, and we'll ask for the energy of Gautama Buddha to come around us in the protection on our outer realm, and for each of you as an individual. Okay, so now, Paul, I did just still you here. that letting go has become difficult. And remember, words are things. So you must instead begin to tell yourself, I let go with ease. I become who I am to be. Good morning, Tanny. How are you? Everybody just call up the violet flame. That's what we're doing today, to clear who we've been over the weekend and whatever's been coming up. Certainly it's a huge transformational time for everyone because the earth is changing so intently, you see. So it comes through us. We are of the earth, at least in this lifetime. And Dr. TM comes on. Much love. Hello. Let's talk about ego today. Maybe that's a good place to go since Paul's having an issue. I'm almost positive, everyone still has an issue with their ego, which another nice word for it is personality. And it's certainly not a desire. Dreamtooth, good morning. Amen, amen, amen. I'm full of the wildfire. I am the unity God desires. That's right. And what you have to let me know next is if you're feeling more free and more light. I don't want you to use those other words while you're here with me because the violet flame is transforming those words. And wherever they are in the universe, cancel, cancel, cancel. Or every difficult thought is going to come to you because it gets to have a place to play. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. The Unveiled Mysteries book by Guy Ballard. Is it number 4 maybe? I don't know. But has a lot of wonderful things in it. Yeah. So how are you feeling, Paul? And for everyone who's called in the violet flame today, and Lord Gautama's blue protective light around the outer belt, whether it's your own aura or the aura here of our community. Yes. We readjusted our bookshelves. And I had to think about all of you when we were doing all those. Yes, like this many green books. Not all of them. That's not all of them. There's a lot. But a part of me wanted to just sit down and read. Excellent, Paul. So, anytime you have a thought that you can, think calling in the violet flame today. And I think you're going to be quite pleased with your end result. Yeah, you got to do the violet flame. A lot of things are shifting. A lot of things are moving, not only in our own consciousness, but on a global consciousness. You know, unity. We're feeling all of a sudden that we're like a sore thumb sticking out there. Well, it's all going to change. It's all going to change. We're going to become a part of the whole, even more so than before. And we're going to be all right. Yeah, see, those words give me a breath of freedom. And that's what we want from our Saint Germain master is freedom, freedom, freedom. And I'm sure he might be getting overwhelmed with how much he's saying it and presenting it to everybody. Your body's feeling sick, badly ache, shoulder pain, stomach issue, feeling tired, getting more rest. And the truth is you are freedom. These are all illusions that some part of you is wanting to validate that you need something that you don't. You already have it. You already have beautiful gold in your energy fields, all of you. And the violet flame is how you reduce things that you might think are there. And it will leave you in a residue of brilliant gold and bright, just like the sun. Well, how much fun is it to join someone else in their aches and pains? Mm-hmm. Do you see, you're trying to tell yourself that the violet flame doesn't work that easily, and you're talking to an old, I've been using it for 40 years plus. It does work. Where's your intention? Is your heart open? Are you rooted? You can't do it like a whim. You have to do it with intention. You see? Okay, let's see here. Yes, you will live an illusion. That's true. Dream tooth. I didn't hear that, but I thought that leading to a golden, and your thought got lost somewhere. But I can feel each little crack release as I sit in it and breathe into those pains with release. Good. To realize that it's just a cloud shall pass made me laugh. Well, we're here for that reason. We're here in Classroom Earth for whatever needs to get our attention, to love it. It's the violet flame, but it's also a great amount of love, which you all have the capacity to feel for yourself. So embrace the part of you who's human, the tissue, the spinal column, all the organs. Love it. And that's going to have it sing harmony for you. Yep. It's like a cloud that you can choose to hold on to and define yourself by, or one you can have continue to move. So dream two, see if you can add more to a golden what, so I understand your thought, not answering you. Having been someone who understands aches and pains, because I am human, I got to where I walked, and each step, I feel no pain. I feel no pain. I feel no pain. And if you know of anything of Louise Hay, you can say it a million times maybe before it'll become true. It depends on the level of attachment you have to what you think it's done for you. And the truth is you don't want it to do that anymore. You want it to get smaller, 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 and eventually disappear. Work with the dense energy. Well, I guess that's true. But by working with it, I like to work with the light. Work with the violet flame. There are 4 different directions you can have your violet flame move. And let me see, I used to have a card here somewhere. When we're out in Shasta, they have these little cards you can buy that show them to you. Let me see if I can find mine, which it's usually just right here. Sometimes Douglas comes in and borrows it. So there's a direct flame. You can scrub it. So if you find a place that's like really difficult and isn't just letting the flame transform it, let me come back to my thought for a minute. Yes, I would be excited too. So anyway, we can scrub. Scrub your body, scrub your arms, scrub it anywhere. It also has a whirl. that you can take things off and away. The fourth one, I think it's a brush. You can brew it like away. Sorry if I'm not accurate, but there are 4 different ways. I like the scrubbing one. If I have to do anything very intensely, I will scrub like I'm scrubbing the counter, and it will find its way gone. Okay? This is all exciting. But apparently a place we needed to stop, because first often, not only do I root first, but I call up the violet flame. And I do have this right here. Here I am presence. What's always around you is the violet flame. And it's about surrendering to that space. This is your higher self, your mediator. And this is your own I am presence. This is an encompassment of each of you, is getting to know this and this. That's right. Like you're under a shower and you're scrubbing away. There is a idyllic experience of you. The different colors here are aligned to those energies of your chakras. So it's a lot. But when you work with it and begin to own it, it's just existed. It's not a lot because you don't have to keep learning it. You can own it. The gold light is, I have to be honest, up in the higher tiers, there are lights that have a greater power than the gold. The gold light is coming down as if it is the Christ light around you. It's like eighth level, I believe. So it's beginning to own the Christ existent within you. So powerful thoughts. Yes, this has been a powerful day to bring through. You know, yesterday the sun was normal sun. I'm like very disappointed because it's been there all these days, and now today it's back again. Maybe it was too cloudy yesterday, too dense. Maybe the density that you're all experiencing. I don't know. But it shone and radiated beautifully today. And who knows what miracle's coming for all of us, right? Yes. And how are you doing with the violet flame, Mary Ann? I saw you were here somewhere. Way up here. Good. I hope you're feeling well. Oh, I have new comments, so let me go here. Marby, good morning, my little, I shouldn't say little, my friend who is full of love is here today to bless us with love as we're clearing out the old and discovering what is the newness to you, which has always been there. And yeah, Dr. TM, how are you feeling? Did the scrubbing idea help you get something gone? It's possible that you can become attached to the illusion that you've created for yourself. When personality goes away and there's just the truth. Good morning, Anik. And she's our Switzerland friend, one of them. And the world will seem different as you move out of personality and into the higher experience of your truth. Wonderful, Marianne. I'm glad that he's feeling some progress. Very, very good. You know, there's the only thing I know is true is God works. The work through God works. And if you just put it into action, it works. It's called faith. So you must discover that faith within yourself to bring that message through you, that energy. And the violet flame is created from Saint Germain, and there is no one that I know as on point and as powerful and never looking back as Saint Germain. It's always forward. You know, the day he stood in Congress and told him to just sign it, it happened. Manifestation. If but we could only get that within ourselves. And Marianne sent me a whole lot of various colored hearts. Very nice, thank you. That's wonderful. You see, there's a sensitivity that can be a problem. And then there's a high sensitivity, which is what you want to have so you can sense what your third eye is showing you or what the cellular part of your body is becoming awake to. So being sensitive is a gift. I have that gift. Seeing what's cutting my arm here or something. And we don't want raw. So let's code it again. Bring the violet flame from 10 feet below you, 15 feet around you, 18 feet above you. Let it caress you. Let it become the norm of who you are. Because the part of you that has a gift of sensitivity is a part of you that is going to support you in walking forward. Excellent. Marianne, I'm just so happy to hear that. And Anik, how are you doing? I'll get to talk to you tomorrow. Yeah. You know, my husband uses it in the shower also every day. And he has so many other words of so many other parts of the skin and within it that he acknowledges. So when you all get about doing the depth of that study, then you'll have a very clean experience versus our humanity. You know, we wear these little things. Oh, look, mine's shut off. It's dead. That shine a light. That have multiple thousands of negative ions that come out and shower around you also. That doesn't let you get ill. This little light. So mine's one also. I have a white one to back up. When I'm done, I'll have to go get that. But keeping your aura clear is your number one important job, I would say. Because without that, you can't trust what you're getting. You can't trust what you're feeling. If you don't ever take time and create the clarity and know for sure, then what do you know? And that's why that sensitivity is very important. And he says he's never looking back. He likes this approach. The dream tooth says heart. Your heart is your wisdom. And you want it to be so it can tell you when you look at someone, is their heart open? Is it communicating with you? Or is it got a hand grabbing at it? You really want to have an awareness with your heart that has a knowing. You know, when you do the threefold flame and the gold flame in the front comes up with wisdom, if you remember, Thoth told us that wisdom lies within that heart. So you have to have that enacting and moving so you can have these feelings be true. A lot of what we do in the journey of spirituality is cleansing ourselves, purifying all the different parts, all the different experiences. And we have to be clear. We have to read and educate ourselves on what is true, what isn't. Anytime where you feel you have to have a behavior, have someone like you, that's your ego wanting to be stroked. And that process is getting to know that you're beautiful just as you are. There's enough. There's enough love there for more than enough for any other person. And you have to understand there's more than enough for you also. So behavior that the personality loves to control, even in your thoughts and your responses, you have to choose to not allow that. You have to choose to take yourself down inside your heart and let it radiate truth and begin to let you see the world with those that third eye from that space. And you'll find yourself wanting to sit within the world differently, whether it's your thoughts, your actions, your meditation. They're all different when they come from that absolutely beautiful meditative state that has clarity. And it can only have clarity if you've done the violet flame or however else you've been taught to clear yourself. Yes, I work mostly with that the energy comes up through the root and out the crown, but it will show you that it comes in and out both. Too many people get confused to understand that. But the heart is our main experience of truth. You know, our adrenals are connected to our root, and without their being functionable, the root has no strength. So where's the adrenals? They're on either side of the lower body to the right and left of your belly button. And a lot of personality issues cause them to become overwhelmed and stressed. So if you experience stress, you're experiencing a lack of the functionality of your adrenals. And a lot of people don't have that awareness. So I don't know if today I could say there's just one point other perhaps than the pineal gland. If you never awaken it, then you're never going to allow that which you develop to contact back to you and to let you see what's in front of you. But adrenals are very important. There's different levels of adrenals. There's adrenals that have you function in your outer world, and then the lower adrenal has you function inside your body. So as you go to try to put it all together, there's a lot to learn, a lot to experience. And most importantly, that's why meditation is powerful, because your ability to communicate with all those parts of you kind of speaks to you about truth. Now, Isis Interesting. Okay. Isis is one who would say to you, truth is the most important object. Perhaps there's times I would say that too, and that's through your throat. We don't know how much we speak without thinking. If you think about your whole life, I'm sure there's a lot. But it's becoming time where you want to speak truth. And Isis, she is like that sword of the tongue. And she wants the truth to come from this vibrational experience of the throat to put out into the world and to be like a song. That's why toning is so powerful. I know when I tone, I become someone else, higher, somewhere. Lately, it's been feeling like an ancient monk that has great, great gifts. So it's not just that one person like me or anyone else can have that. You'll have to search and find that within you. Let's see. Interesting, Tiani says. There's just so much to learn. There's so much to experience. We, each individual, um, has so much to learn from, to transform, to embrace, and to let go. We have 144,000 pieces of us that have to be transformed while we're here on earth to attain our ascension. How do you like that? And yet, listen, it's only so that you have to transform 51%. And the ascension will begin. Yeah, 51%, that's all. And yet, a lot of people are still having difficulty with that. So, again, so much to learn. That's what I do when I help people, is to help them heal those 144,000 pieces so that they can keep opening more, having more light and opening more to be able to attain that 51% of ascension. Now, is it like a rock hits your head? No. But you'll certainly have a place where you respond from light, which is different than when you respond just as a human. You observe from light, which is different than just looking around the room and not thinking anything about it. There's a preciousness about it all that comes about. You know, Saint Germain, it took him 75 years of living many different beings to attain his position. And when he asked the karmic board, we need to make ascension easier because not enough are evolving. And they listened. They let him bring forth the violet flame. That's what it's for, is to clear out this gunk that keeps us into separation from who we are. So 51%, Tiani, that's what I said. We only have to transform into pure light 51% of the consciousness of our aura. It's just not this. You have layers and layers. Let me see if I have the one that's going to show you here. You know, every chakra has a layer and it keeps building. Every one of them is different. Everyone's a different color. Everyone has a different feeling. And that chakra has different issues than another chakra. So like your creativity is going to be your second chakra. Makes sense, right? People have babies from that chakra. Women have a womb. And yet, the power animal to that second chakra is a crocodile. You know, going around, looking, being curious, right? Yet, when it's evolved, it has a great capacity to create what the heart knows, because then it begins to be peaceful and other chakras want to be a part of it. So Barbara Ward, let me see what you had to say. We're so conditioned in our beliefs, many of them don't serve us, that we have as much to unlearn as well as to learn. Yes, that's true, and I would say a letting go versus holding on to them. Danny, curious. Oh, my sinuses are acting up today. Don't know why. Sorry, excuse me. We'll get to a point where when things come, you can go, no, this isn't mine. And you'll know those issues aren't yours anymore. You may already, some of you know that already. Because the level of the heart love continues and continues to become more selfless. In the beginning, you might have a love that you want to be, wow, look at this. And that's the personality. There's a love that is not needing for anyone to see it because it's yours. I have a lot of people I work with that are in training and other training for physical jobs. But it's very easy to take notice to see who wants to be teacher's best and who has to have it be perfect. Those words aren't existed in our spiritual existence. There is a humility that comes that it isn't about how perfect we are. It is that we come to understanding perfection. Such a shift, and yet we can use the similar word, but in a different action is what it is. For instance, I love all of you for however and wherever you are. For I can see your truth. Most people in our world don't see your truth. They see how you put yourself in the world. Very different. I can also see when you aren't yet where you can be that perfection. And that's okay. You know why? Because it is our journey. And it's exciting to just see and feel people who are on their journey and to hear the right words that are going to make it all shift and become even more and even more. The feet will become more really non-existent on the path. It'll be the flow of the energy moving. I don't mean to get too crazy for you, but to be where you all are is a powerful thing. And to be here and to let God touch you and embrace you. God is real and you are real. The thing is, you have to begin to sort out those places that aren't necessary, that aren't real, that were taught from somewhere, or that you brought them back in through this life. Yes, third chakra, I am the child of God. It starts the beginning. Gold, the sunshine. I am a child of God. Notice it doesn't say what you do, or doesn't have to say what you do. Just by knowing that you are a child of God gives you everything. Yes, the back of that chakra is how you take care of yourself. What do you eat? How do you fulfill continuing being on that path of purity? Yes, we live here on earth. We still have to eat. Perhaps when another time comes and you're living somewhere else, that might not be true. Some places they live on the energy. Yes, Tanny, I am also a child of God. And what you do is you find a great comfort in that. It's okay if everyone doesn't accept that. That's where it has to come. It's okay if no one else can hear it. It's all right. Yeah, working with this energy is powerful. So for those of you in that third chakra that may not yet own that, touch your third chakra and say, I am a child of God, and see what you might feel. Because it is one way to begin to change your life. Now, in your heart, I am love. Let there be no other description or requirement necessary. I am love. And it moves me and swirls me on a journey every day. And I embrace with my heart. I hope you can feel it or hear it. Upon the journey, different parts of you begin to evolve. Like, I see love. I see the love in people. I see the personality that wants to take fighters, and and I laugh. We all had to get here somewhere, in some way. And Teddy knows it. Very good. So, when so many say that they're not feeling well, then you need to send some love that you know from your heart to wherever it is. Been working with a few people lately where their pain and all has completely went away from like 20 or 30 years. It's patterns of dysfunction and how they've treated themselves that have had that happen. So, yeah, a lot of it's a lot of work. That's what I do. This is kind of an extra little thing for me. But as I'm beginning to see, not so little, but very interesting. Yes. Cancel, clear, delete. Yeah, Barbara, I get it. One of the first chakras, which it occurred and I wasn't aware, was when I was in Thailand and was with a lot of very high people. And they were all in awe because my throat was gold. And I'm like, what? What are you saying? And they could all see it. So, there's an innocence that also comes. And that's probably when I really took another depth of understanding of myself to understand that was part of my journey. To speak and allow that gold light to touch people. Years ago, I had a car accident. Afterwards, I had a thyroid issue. This was when I was in my early 20s. And the only thing they knew to do about thyroid then, which is about 50 years ago, is they just annihilate it. But they were supposed to do it to where there was just enough left. Well, they took almost all of mine by irradiating it, which now, this is how different it is. They put you in a room and in seclusion for a week or so. I just left the place and had no restrictions. So now I have to take thyroid medication to give me one back. But we're hoping that we're all going to begin to become a greater balance with this new experience of the light and of the world, and a greater health, so that it doesn't become our number one thought. Our number one thought instead is about how to place ourselves in the world, how to interact with the world and people. Excuse me. You know, the extraterrestrials have been here for over 2 millennium. We're relatively new, but yet we're moving quickly. And a lot of thanks of that is given to Saint Germain. So clear it all up, clear it all out. What can I say? The world is excellent from here. Times when we see so many making so many choices that are painful and will end up hurtful is challenging. But it's not that we become here to tell people what to or not to do. It is about having choice. Yeah. How to find ourselves. That's very good. Is everybody still here? Here I've went over a lot of time yet. Again. So, until Wednesday, when we do messages from Mother, I want you to work with this file of flame. Maybe start to write down some issues that come to you that you know you hold inside. Yes, Marby. I do not know what you mean by who your guru is. Is that a person outside of yourself? Thank you, Marby. I do believe it works well for everyone to have a teacher, someone that they work with. Why? Because you can't always see where you're meant to go. It takes someone who's been there and knows how to get there and get out and transform. So there you go. All right. So many blessings to everyone here today, and I hope you have a wonderful experience of being an investigative reporter for yourself. What feels good? What doesn't? And what is it doing for you to not feel good? And choose to change it. And if there's something really big you need, then let yourself be guided to it. You see? Are we on tomorrow, Mother TheoSophia? You send Wednesday for messages from Mother. Oh, yeah, it's Tuesday. You're right. I'll be back tomorrow. In my mind, for a moment, I was thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Interesting. That's a good pickup, Barbara. And I'm reading it and I'm going, yeah. And then I realized I'll send a thing out for tomorrow. It'll be messages from Mother. All right. And you notice that most of her messages are what you need to be doing to become more. Okay, Marianne, thank you very much for the prayers. Thank you, everyone, for coming. For a moment today, I thought no one was coming. Woo! So tell your friends. Tell your friends to come and to participate. Thank you, Tiani. And I hope you're feeling better. Patrick and Dr. TM. Oh, here he is. Thank you so much. Like I said, tell your friends. You might be surprised. You can never judge where someone is or where they might be deep within themselves. You never know. So, Marby, yes, I love all your little things. And Dr. TM, if you're still with us, and Anik, and Mary, everyone who comes, may God bless you today. And I am a child of God. Let that be our mantra today. God bless. Thank you.